So the theory I had was the social penetration theory. This theory is known for its onion analogy. Erwin Altman and Thomas Taylor compare people and their emotions to layers of an onion. The onion analogy connects to the idea that people have multi-layered personalities. The deeper layers, such as personal and core, are more protective and vulnerable, while the outer layers are less protective and more open. There are four main concepts that social penetration theory presents. The concept that is explored in detail throughout the article is the idea that self-closure is reciprocal, especially in the early stages of relationship development. The two people in the initial contact will have equal levels of openness. Being more open to someone will make a person appear more trustworthy. Initial openness will appear to be more attractive. The deeper you get with a person, the more likely it is to form a trustworthy relationship. How can employees engage customers stood out for its uniqueness and relatable content of applying social penetration theory to the real world of food service. In this article, a study was conducted and tested using data from 287 full-service restaurants. The hypothesis that was formed is that server disclosure induces customer disclosure. That server disclosure is a key predictor of customer disclosure, and both server and customer disclosure create trust, which then creates commitment and loyalty from the customer. Gender is also believed to be a significant factor. The author mainly focuses on mutual disclosure. A disclosure can satisfy the needs for emotional equity, the give and take exchange, where both parties share deeper levels of feelings, and that can create trust and make the encounter more attractive. Mutual disclosure is a two-sided communication between a service provider and customer. This explains the process where service providers and customers begin to learn things about each other. It is explained that mutual disclosure leads to positive emotions among service providers and customers. Mutual disclosure is an important element in satisfying customers' expectations and needs. The reason behind this study is to understand how to engage customers in a full-service restaurant industry. Both disclosures influence trust, which then positively impacts loyalty and commitment. This article can help wait staff learn effective ways to communicate with customers to satisfy needs and to make themselves money. When going to a restaurant, people usually prefer to have a waiter or waitress who is more engaged in conversation but also does the job efficiently. But the end goal for waiters and waitresses is to make an adequate amount of money, but to also have returning customers. If a customer is happy with the service and forms a relationship with you, they are more likely to return and to recommend you to others. This article expands the idea that service disclosure positively influences customer disclosure, and that this creates trust. In conclusion, this study proved that server disclosure is crucial for customer disclosure. This article made me look at full-service restaurants from a different angle. Being a waitress in the food industry, I agree with the idea that disclosing personal information about myself helps create a bond with the customer, and it can make them feel more open as well. After reading this article as a waitress, I will use the method of satisfying customers' needs by their gender. This article states that females are more socially oriented, while males are more task-oriented. Female customers are more likely to engage in conversation with servers and share personal information, while males are only mostly concerned about the menu and what your opinions on the menu will be. After exploring social penetration theory and how it could be applied to the full-service food industry, I now have a better understanding of disclosure and how I can apply it to other areas of my life.